There comes a time in every person's life when the mask they have been wearing becomes heavier than their own face. We wear masks to blend in, to be accepted, to avoid judgment, to look strong, to appear perfect, or to hide the broken pieces we think no one will ever understand. But the truth is simple. The mask that protects you is also the mask that limits you. It keeps you safe, but it also keeps you small. It hides your pain, but it also hides your power. Life becomes meaningful the moment you decide to unmask yourself and step into your real, raw, unapologetic identity. Because only the real you can create a real life. Most people spend their lives pretending. Pretending to be confident when they feel lost, pretending to be happy when they're hurting, pretending to be okay when they desperately need help. But pretending has a cost. Every time you fake a smile, a part of you feels unseen. Every time you hide your truth, you betray yourself. Every time you silence your real voice, you strengthen the voice of fear. You start living for the world instead of living for yourself. And slowly, you forget who you truly are. Unmasking yourself is the act of remembering. Remembering your strength, your scars, your story, your humanity, and your worth. The world does not need a perfect version of you. It needs an authentic one. People connect with honesty, not perfection. Your vulnerability is not your weakness. It's your bridge to others. Your truth is not something to be ashamed of. It's your signature. When you unmask yourself, you give people permission to do the same. You create a space where others can breathe, where they can be real, where they can drop the weight of expectations and just exist. You become a reminder that courage isn't about being unbreakable. Courage is about standing tall even with your cracks showing. Unmasking yourself doesn't mean exposing everything to everyone. It simply means refusing to hide from yourself. It means being honest about what you feel, what you want, what you dream of, and what hurts you. It means accepting your past without letting it suffocate your present. It means allowing your heart to speak without filtering every word through the fear of judgment. When you stop pretending, you stop running. When you stop running, you start healing. For years, society trains us to wear masks. Don't show weakness. Don't cry. Don't fail. Don't be too emotional. Don't be too honest. We hear these messages so many times that we start believing them. We think being real is risky. But the real risk is losing yourself in the process of trying to please everyone. The moment you unmask yourself, you take back your power. You decide that your truth matters more than their opinions. You choose growth over approval. You choose authenticity over validation. You choose freedom over fear. Look at the people you admire, the ones who inspire you, touch your heart, or make a difference. They are not perfect. They are human. They are honest. They are real. They're stories of pain, mistakes, failures, and lessons. And still, they rise. They rise because being authentic gives you strength that pretending never can. Pretending drains your energy. Authenticity fuels your soul. When you unmask yourself, you no longer wake up every day wondering who you must be for others. Instead, you wake up choosing who you want to become. You stop apologizing for your feelings. You stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You stop living in fear of being misunderstood. You learn to accept that not everyone will like you, and you become okay with that. Because you finally understand that their approval was never the purpose of your life. Your mask may have helped you survive difficult seasons. Maybe you had to be strong because no one else was there. Maybe you had to hide your pain because the world around you wasn't safe. Maybe you had to pretend everything was fine just so you could keep moving. That mask was not your enemy, it was your shield. But now, it is time to remove it. Not because you are weak, but because you have outgrown it. You don't need protection anymore. You need expansion. Unmasking yourself means embracing your story, the beautiful chapters, the dark pages, the messy paragraphs, and the unfinished lines. Every part of your journey holds value. Every scar is proof of survival. Every fear you faced built a layer of courage inside you. The real you is not broken. The real you is becoming. And when you accept your story, you stop running from it. You carry it with pride, knowing it shaped the strength you have today. There is something powerful about looking at yourself in the mirror and seeing the real person looking back. Not the version you crafted for the world. Not the version that is always smiling. Not the version that never makes mistakes. But the honest, imperfect, beautiful human being who is learning and growing. When you unmask yourself, you finally meet the person you were always meant to become. Life becomes lighter when you stop pretending. You breathe deeper. You laugh harder. You love without fear. You express yourself without overthinking. You stand up for yourself without guilt. You stop carrying the weight of other people's expectations. You learn that your truth is enough, your voice is enough, your dreams are enough, and you are enough. Unmasking yourself is not a one-time decision. It is a daily practice. Every day, you choose honesty over appearance. Every day, you choose courage over fear. Every day, you choose to show up as the real you, no matter how uncomfortable it feels. And with every choice, the mask becomes lighter. The fear becomes smaller. The voice inside you becomes louder. You begin to live a life that feels true instead of one that simply looks acceptable. The world will always try to tell you who you should be. But the world is not living your life, you are. The moment you unmask yourself, you reclaim your identity. You become the author of your own journey. You gain the freedom to grow without pretending. You gain the strength to make decisions that align with your soul. You gain the clarity to differentiate between what you want and what others want for you. This is the kind of freedom that no approval can ever replace. Your authenticity will not attract everyone, but it will attract the right ones. The people who value honesty. The people who appreciate truth. The people who understand you without explanations. The people who see your soul, not your mask. And these are the people who belong in your life, not the ones who only love the version of you that hides. So today, take a deep breath and unmask yourself. Let your heart speak without fear. Let your truth shine without hesitation. Let your soul breathe without restrictions. You do not owe anyone perfection, but you owe yourself honesty. The real you is powerful. The real you is worthy. The real you is enough. Stop dimming your light to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. Step into the world with your truth. Walk with your head high. Live boldly. Love deeply. Speak honestly. And never apologize for being real. Because the greatest freedom you will ever experience in life is the freedom of being unapologetically yourself.